Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're playing some Borderlands 2. I'm going to be farming Cassius today. Um, so yeah, that's what I'll be doing. But whatchamacallit, yeah, we got the we have this assault rifle here. It's a doll blaster. It's called the Scout Blaster. It's level 70. It's a corrosive dull E-Tech weapon. It's really nice. I've always been a fan of the E-Tech assault rifles. In particular, I just like elemental. You know, obviously they're elemental, but you know, whether it's slag or electric or corrosive, fire element. Like, I mean, it's they're all kind of cool looking, and I love this camo with doll. I've always liked the Borderlands 2 doll weapons. In fact, it's actually one of my favorite assault rifle configurations that there is. The stock, the sight, the barrel, the grip, everything is nice. Speaking of, we also have the Bobcat, which comes with the grenade launcher barrel. Very awesome pearlescent. So we got our first pearl as Maya. Now we're gonna go ahead and go back to the research center, the Scarab Research Center. Yeah, we're gonna try to get to Cassius and kill him again and see what he drops this time. On our way to getting there, we also got the infection cleaner. My goal is to save certain quests until I'm overpowered level 10, so when I return the quest I can get an OP level 10 variant of whatever legendary weapon gets dropped, or vice versa. Obviously, you know, getting to OP level 10 is kind of difficult, and I'm not a particular great Maya. I'd say my Maya build's pretty average. But then again, it's, you know, I like the build. It works pretty well, in my opinion. As long as there's a lot of enemies to take advantage of, then by all means, I'm able to run that shit pretty well.
You're done! Calm down.
I don't think I got the double penetrating. I got the hard unkempt herald.
And now you will fall. Bedtime!
How's about nobody dies, okay? We don't need your time around here. I know just where to shoot you. Fight for courage.
Stop struggling.
We don't need your time around here. 191 coming for you.
That's what you get.
Anyway, one point I wanted to bring up was, again, I'm trying to move out very soon. Obviously, some people may notice I've been spending a lot of money on firearms, and just other things. It's not that I'm not prioritizing, like, moving out, it's just I realize that when I move out, I'm not going to be able to buy those types of things on a regular basis. I'm not just going to be able to dump as much money into my hobbies as I wanted, so I just wanted to get a few more things for my collection before really zipping off and doing my own thing. Mostly just because, you know, my arms list is still pretty long and I haven't really got anything that I prioritized on my arms list. Mostly gotten stuff like with the Glock 23 was not really relevant, neither was a Walther CCP. But an MP5 of some kind was on the list, but it wasn't a priority because of how hard it is to acquire MP5 style weapons. But sure enough, I got one, and it felt really awesome to get one. You know.
Please stop.
But either way, I just wanted to go into male loneliness here for a second. I know it's like a topic that is like more talked about now, but it's still like, I don't think words can really express the pain of being a male that's experienced a lot of loneliness. Like, man, like, and I mean like, as a very lonesome single male, I can tell you from experience, man. The hardest part is debating whether or not to go to a strip club because you don't have any affection from women in your circle or around you. And what I mean by circle is like you just don't get any female attention with girls that are in your class, like, you know what I mean, like your you know, your wage class. Like usually girls that make about the same or a little less usually are more reasonable than girls that make a lot of money, you know, because girls that have a career or whatnot just seem to be way more focused on that than an actual relationship, which I guess makes sense, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just very stressful.
A siren's touch, how it burns! Agony! It's over, finally!
There we go, alright, we killed this guy.
You're gonna die!
So he dropped that, obviously.
When paradise comes, you're gonna die!
I wonder if he dropped any legendary. Wait a minute. That's cash. And mostly just dropped money. Not really any iridium. We killed him pretty quick though. Which is still kind of impressive, like how quickly we put him out. Not as quick as Zero is at killing the bunker, but
That is lovely.
still, I mean, we killed him pretty quick. And if we don't like what we get, we can always pop these two chests. Alright, nothing. We're gonna go just double check the contents. I mean, just because you never know, you could just be missing something. I mean, no, that looks like all of it, man. He did drop me an unconfirmed I mean, he did drop me the bear cat, so he can drop pearls. By all means, he can drop pearls. I wonder if he'll drop the butcher. I think I got the butcher from him once, killing him with Krieg. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to just try it again. But, I don't know, man. I feel the need to go to my local cabaret because it's like... You know, the thing about the strippers there, it's like I can set a good budget and just go and enjoy myself. And not really be over-hassled and not overspend, not have too much of a great time, but have a good enough time to where I can at least enjoy being there and whatnot. But the whole thing of it is, it's like, well, if I go and do that, how is it going to benefit me? Well, two things. I feel like, I don't know, I get kind of awkward when I talk to females. Like, I don't know, I feel some type of way. Ooh.
Whoa.
Ooh. Nice. And it's like, with those females, they're way more attractive than the females in my circle. So, being able to talk to them in a more neutral way and being able just to get past the intimidation factor, I feel like it would help me conversate better with females if I just take it seriously. But then again, it's like, my whole thing is whenever I used to go there, I was a completely different person. I disassociated. And it's not that I have a multi-personality disorder by no means, but I have a completely different personality while I was there. A different persona. Because I didn't want to be perceived as somebody who's like who I am, you know,
Stay put.
at home. Because at home I like to be perceived as a very loyal person that doesn't screw over anybody.
Teamwork makes the
You know.
dream work.
Alright, now we're zipping.
I ain't gonna bury you either. Hey, Ryder! Oh, really?
Look at that, man. We're zipping. Yeah, man, just follow this tutorial and you'll be set. And we always want to double check that chest down there, because that doll chest can in fact spawn legendaries. I guess these lockers can as well. You'd be surprised at what you get. Any lootable resource can in fact generate legendaries. It's just their chances of spawning are extremely decreased. I'd say the odds of them spawning in on your first playthrough are 1 in a million. So it's not saying it can't happen, but at the same time it's unlikely.
Beautiful.
Oh, we got a Thunderball Fist. Okay. First drop of the day is the Thunderball Fists. Not bad at all. Not bad by no means. I mean, I was hoping for something like a conference call. Because, you know, if it's a conference call, there might be the chance that it's in an elemental, you know, type of deal. But this ain't too bad at all. The Thunderball Fists. In fact, if it's better in almost every way except damage. Then again, though, in terms of like damage, the Thunderball Fists are very powerful, and because it's elemental, we'll stick around with that. I really like the sight that they put on here. I really like this Thunderball Fist setup. I feel like this is a good setup. I don't know what the barrel is called or what kind of exact setup this is, but we got the Sir Fate Thunderball Fist prefix, but it's really decent looking. I think it's a cool pistol. The thing about it is when we compare it to this version of it, like this version has a whole ass scope, and that scope doesn't really make the weapon very I mean, it's very accurate, but it doesn't make it really all that great in my opinion. Versus something like this, where it's better in terms of damage. I mean, obviously the other one's gonna have higher accuracy because the scope and the stock is gonna have less recoil. I think it even says it on there. No, it doesn't, but it will have less recoil. But since it's a lower rank, we'll just drop that. We'll just sort of trade. But honestly, man, it's not a bad weapon by no means. In fact, we can sell it in our next run. So the thing about shooting it spawns into a second projectile that turns into a large electrical ball that hovers above the target and then shocks them until it explodes, generating a massive shockwave, if I'm not mistaken. That's exactly what happens. Anyway, what was I getting at? Female attention and shit like that. I mean, I'm really fucking tired here, guys. Like, I need to get some sleep. But I don't know, I think it would be good for me this time around. Mostly just because, I mean, I already have a good reputation there. I could just go there and try to be myself, try to become more comfortable in my skin. Especially around very beautiful, undressed ladies. You know, obviously, you know, I don't really support the stripper way of life. I don't like strippers any more than I don't like any other group of people that do certain questionable things for income. You know, like, I'm not very supportive of it. Although some may say actions speak louder than words, you going there supports it, and I agree it does, but it's like, I don't fully support it. Like, it's a service that I'm willing to pay for, but it doesn't mean I'm going to try to promote that way of life or that I approve of it in any way. Because in my opinion, to me, it's like, you know, to me it devalues the woman. It simply puts them I don't know how I want to articulate this. It sexualizes them in a way that it demeans them in such a way that it only makes them appear to be a sexual object. And I just disagree with all that. I don't think women should be demeaned to just a sex object. And granted, you know, people are like, well, if they're okay with it, you know, they're making money from it. And it's like, I get that, but it's like, to me, it's just kind of weird.
Keep it up! Yes!
You won't enjoy this.
Yes! Stop, John Hector! You just ain't good enough, Raider. Won't be enough left.
The Deliverance. I mean, honestly, I could probably make the Deliverance work. It's not that I don't like this shotgun, it's more or less I don't have a real reason to. But I don't know, with the whole my crush at work, it's like, I don't know, man, like that tension of like wanting to talk to her and whatnot is just getting to me a little bit. So it's like, if I can go there, I can unleash some of that energy, some of those hormones, and that testosterone. I could release it a little bit there. Sort of get some of them feelings off my chest, and I don't know, I feel like it would help me out with my job. Like, I feel like it would give me some ease of mind, or I don't know, it just, when you get emotions off your chest, you're gonna get ease of mind regardless. But it's just like, the fact of the matter is, you know, those are feelings that I have to repress. So releasing them, I think, would be a good thing. And it's like, oh well, you know, is there any other way you could release those feelings? Then let's have a girlfriend. I kind of can't. Because, you know, it's like, okay, if I release those feelings onto, say, a prostitute, that's one, that's illegal, and two, I have a chance of catching something gross. And it's a risk that I'm not wanting to take. Not that I'm not willing to, it's, I don't want to. No, yeah, I'm not willing to. Because, for one, I value myself more than that. You know? And so my whole thing is, it's just like, well, oh, well, you can hire an escort, but escorts are really expensive, and they're fancy prostitutes. So it's still the same thing. I'll still feel really dirty about that, and I don't want to feel that way about that, because I don't want to do that. So for me, I can kill two birds with one stone by just not even doing either or, just by exclusively just going to the strip club, because then I'm being like teased. I'm not really having a sexual encounter. I'm having what do you call it?
Nice.
I'm just having like a performance. I'm paying for a performance. So it's just like, you know, I can talk and flirt and whatnot and be seen as a gentleman, be seen, you know.
Oh, no! Such misery! Again! Again! Oh, that stings! Son of a nice one! Oh! Son of a nice one!
And stay now.
But yeah, it's like, if I can get those emotions or feelings off my chest, I feel like it would just bring me some ease. And not only that, but I might be able to feel better about myself. And the thing is, it's actually, the budget I set myself is like 80, like almost twice as, rather, how do I say this? It's way less money to do that than to go buy another gun, believe it or not. And beyond all that, it's like I still haven't been in a long time, and my want to go will also be kind of, my desire to want to go to the strip club will also be kind of met, because having wanted to go again for a while and and I haven't, makes me kind of like, you know, whatever. I guess the main thing I've been doing instead of going to strip clubs is I've been going to the massage parlor, because my opinion is I like having my back massaged. I like being able to walk straighter. I notice every time I walk out of there, my back hurts a lot less. And having been, you know, sitting in these uncomfortable ass chairs at work for like 16, 18 hours, I have a lot of stress that gets sort of released during those therapeutic massages.
Who's next?
And it like really helps me open my mind and concentrate a lot less on like physical pain and discomfort, and it releases a lot of things. But that's the main reason that I go to massage parlors, is to feel better. And so I feel like the massage parlor would be even cheaper than the strip club, so it's like if I just do that, then I can just like not get the best of everything, right? Just feel better about myself. By being able to walk straight and whatnot. Because when you're 6'1", when you're 6'1", man, it hurts to bend over and pick shit up, or it hurts to get down on your knees and shit. Like, or it hurts to just, you know. It hurts to, like, be flexible. And it also kind of hurts to, I don't know. The plasma caster. I know it's a dull plasma caster. If it was a Hyperion plasma caster or a Malalon plasma caster, it might have been worth it, especially if it was Malalon.
Oh no! What power? What pain? No! I mean, yes!
Calm down.
Best thank you, Falls Hunter. You're not as cool as you think you are. No medical attention for you. What are you? You're gonna die. Gonna bury you. Gonna destroy you. You're not as cool as you think you are.
The fire beam. I want to Cassius to drop at least one pearl, but I don't think he'll drop it this playthrough. We'll try one more time. But the massage parlor is actually, it does something that strip club can never do, and that's the healing sensation of like being healed for like days on end afterwards. You know, if not, the strip club makes me want to go back there, or might tempt me to try to waste more money or to try to seek more gratification through more desperate means, and that might not be healthy. But at least I know for certain that if I go to like a massage place and get my neck and back massaged along with my feet and hands, I know I'm going to feel really healed. And last time I went, it was a top tier experience, and so I would like to go again, but then again, it's just like, well, I have to make the time. But then again, I have this buddy of mine who I want to give my buddy $300. $300 sounds like a good amount of money to help him out. But it's like, man, I might not be able to actually give him money, and it's like, well, if I don't do any of the things I want to do, then I can have money to give him. But it's like, at that point, it's just like, I don't know, I'd rather do what I want to do, obviously, but it's just like, my buddy was almost homeless, and he's like barely struggling. So
Wasn't my time.
I'm going to give my buddy something to help him out, because I am a very caring individual. It's one of my weaker traits, is I'm very caring, and I really try to support a lot of people. While some of that has to do with me, I'm just not as cold to be like, oh well, yeah, well that sounds like a you problem. I just think that's really cold. I despise people that are cold, because to me it's so inconsiderate, and it's just so rude in some cases. Because even though, yeah, that's just the reality of the situation. It's crazy because not everyone's going to be as warm-hearted as I am, especially towards me and my dumber decisions. And if they were, I feel like it's a little bit enabling, but at the same time it would also help me not feel as, like, shitty about things, you know? And so my whole thing is it does a multitude of different things. For the most part, yeah, it's kind of enabling, you know, to not criticize someone, but then again, it's just like, if you actually had someone to be like, you know, yeah, going to a strip club or whatever is not a great thing,
What's happening
but it's a lot better than this and
Calm
that.
down.
It's better that you're
Yes!
releasing your hormones in a way that's not gonna hurt anybody, or it's not gonna, you know, force other people to, you know, do things to you or whatnot. I don't know. I know what I'm trying to say. It's just nice to know that I can release that in a healthy manner. I don't know. I think that's the best way you can say it. I don't know. But then again, when you feel alone, you feel awkward, and it's hard to really talk to people and shit. It's better to try to, I don't know.
Wow.
Very difficult subject, but it's when you get desperate enough, man, you know, you can talk to just about anybody. And as strange as that sounds, it's like, well, if you're so desperate, how come people don't want to talk to you? It's not so much that I don't want to talk to them as they don't want to talk to me, and I think that's kind of the key issue. I don't know what it is about me that's so unapproachable. But then again, it's like I also, as kind-hearted and as, you know, nice as I am, I'm also pretty well reserved. I don't really do good in crowds, and so that is a kind of a crowd. So it does, I don't know, both really help me out in a lot of ways, and doing both would probably significantly boost the way I feel for the rest of the month, possibly even for the next couple months. But still, it's just like, I'm not made of money to go do it both. But, you know, I don't know, man. I have shit to plan.